D&D Outdoors. Today on the show, we got lots to go over. We had a roundtable discussion last week, and well, a lot of things happened between missing a week. All of it should happen after last week's podcast, anyways. But we got updates on coming to Colorado and changes to hunting. What's going on with the wolves? Montana, man, might get a grizzly bear. Possibly. Doubt that's gonna happen. Mississippi's doing some cool stuff, and much, much more. How you doing today, Dustin?
Doing, man. How about you?
I'm doing good. I can't complain. It's the end of the day almost, right?
Well, yeah, we're wrapping it on up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, perfect. Well, changes are coming to Colorado. You're going to see me look down. I got the 2024 Colorado Big Game Book here. Pretty fancy.
Right.
It's in for Colorado every year. They send me it, I guess. I don't know. This is the first time I've got it, but who knows why. Some modifications have happened to the over-the-counter antlered elk zone for elk rifle second and third season in a crap ton of units. I'm not going to name them all off, but the antlered elk and third season rifle were modified to reduce the severity of the 2022-23 winter. Over-the-counter antlered elk tags are now only available on private land. Interesting. The winter was quite a while ago, and in that time of the winter, they released wolves, obviously. We know people have been saying that they need to draw them back for a little bit because of how bad the winter kill was last year. So we'll see. I have a feeling it's going to probably not be reinstated anytime soon. This is for the 2024 to 25 hunting season, 25 to 26. For the next two hunting seasons, only if you're on private land, you can hunt. Now, there's a lot of big ranches out there, and I mean, there's a lot of public land, but a lot of the big elk are out there on the private lands. So we'll see. We'll see how that.
I'm going to ask a stupid question here.
Yes.
The guides out in Colorado, what do they use?
Dominantly in that area, private land.
Okay.
So those are where you're going to get your $10,000, $12,000 elk tags. Giants are out there in that area. But that's predominantly going to be private land out there. You don't really, I mean, guys do go in the wilderness out there, but a lot of the wilderness guides are more in southwestern Colorado. This where this is affecting is going to be just looking at the units. I looked at the map earlier, but it's going to be more up in the northwest corner of the state. So more Moffat County, Blanco County, Rio Blanco County. See here, where's it end? Let's see, what's the lowest one? 441 is the lowest. Yeah, so it's probably up on like the Wyoming, Utah border of Colorado. So yeah, a lot of private land, big elk, but yeah, it goes for a lot. That's for a lot of private land, to be honest. And most of the time during second and third rifle season, anyways, all the elk are on private land. So out there. There's some more changes to Colorado. The big game license allocation for bear, deer, elk, pronghorn has been modified from 65% for residents and 35% for non-residents to 75% for residents and 25% for non-residents. So, high demand scent toads at 80% for residents and 20% for non-residents. That stays the same. So, I mean, non-residents, that's starting to see a trend more and more into western states to keep the residents happy. It'll be interesting to see. I mean, I've been seeing online already that things are going to be changing. People want to use up all their points this year or next 3 years because of the wolves being in the areas. So we will have to see how that goes. The Colorado draw date is April 2nd is when your applications are due by. So you still got some time if you want to put in research for closures. Honestly, doesn't really affect me because I don't put in for buy over-the-counter tags there. But if you do over-the-counter tags, there will be more. You better just be looking at what you're looking for. I don't really understand the rest of it, but so yeah, most of the time in Northwest Colorado, that's where the hunting is on private land. So it shouldn't be too big of a change. But we'll see. It'll be interesting to see what y'all have to say if you guys hunt Northwest Colorado on public land. While you do that, Or getting ready for elk season. Get yourself some Old Glory beef jerky made right here in the US of A. OldGloryBeefJerky.com and order yours today. We just had Ricky on 3 episodes now ago. Great guy, fun hunter. So get ready for that. Speaking of the wolves in Colorado, 2 of the reintroduced wolves have already traveled to Moffat County. This is roughly 75 miles away from where they were released. So, Moffat County is where the wolves were previously spotted in Colorado, or before the release. So there's really not too much of a surprise they're heading that way. That's up towards the Wyoming border, also where the elk hunts coincidentally have been taken away. So it's about 75 miles away. So if you look on the map, it's way up here. They reintroduced someplace down here. So start traveling. The only interesting thing is going to go back to the anti-hunter argument that wolves in Colorado that were released there be shot in Wyoming because they're only a pebble thrown away from the Wyoming border. And those Coloradoans and the Wyoming hunters are sitting on that border and they have called the wolves over to get them. So we'll see. It'll be interesting to see how that goes if they get called across and are harvested over there. Moffat County strongly opposed the wolf reintroduction, so they had 83% of its voters voted no on it. So it'll be interesting. That's where a lot of the cattle ranching is at up there too. It's pretty open, but that's where the wolves have, I said in the past, were spotted in Colorado before the release. So sounds like they're almost trying to make their way back to Oregon.
That's what it was looking like. It was
They said, "Screw you guys, I'm going home."
It'd be wild. I doubt they would make it that far, but
no, I doubt it. I don't. I mean, that's a long. They could though. It doesn't say. Obviously, it doesn't give you too much information. If they were male wolves, female wolves, I'm guessing they were male wolves heading off on their own. Probably those 2 juveniles that got kicked out of the pack.
They only got 2 out.
Only 2 have left. All 10 that were released were collared. Only 2 have left far distances from the release point.
Are they traveling together?
Like yes. Sounds like they're going to start creating their own little pack up there. We'll see. I have a feeling it's going to end up with them becoming a big sink because they're going to end up on the Wyoming side of things. It not go well for them.
They got numbers to collar, so you can call them and say, "Hey, come pick your collar up."
I think I'm sure they do. I mean, if you shoot a collared wolf in that area, you're going to know where it's from. But I'm sure you give them the call for the collar, then it goes back on another wolf. So might as well just bury the collars, give that back. No comment on that, Dustin.
Not getting into that one.
Y'all get into it? Yeah.
No.
Okay. Hey, those Greenpeace people can afford more wolf collars, so yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, probably gonna cause a little crap storm here, but I wouldn't give it back. I don't think you're required to give it back.
They know where you are, though.
Hey, just leave it where you shot it. Bury it. Throw it in the river. Trash can. There's nothing in the
Yellowstone here.
Let's see. Is there? Take a quick gander. Carcass tag bag limits. Evidence of sex. Looking through really quick through the Colorado handbook, I do not illegal activities. Illegal activities. Let's see here. I do not see anything in here that says you have to return the collar. So, that's kind of cool. Colorado, being the equalitist state it is, I don't know if that's a word or not, you can wear hunter orange or hunter pink. I didn't know hunter pink was a thing.
Yeah, I've seen certain states are starting to add that, so.
I've never heard of that. Interesting. I guess for the more ambitious hunters, but I guess the female hunters might like to have pink as well with it. But it's interesting.
Now,
Well,
here's a poll question for everybody on the internet. If you were to harvest one of these wolves and get it mounted, would you have it mounted with the collar on it?
oh hell yeah. Heck yeah, hell yeah, I would. Well, isn't there like a law I hear all the time with um crap, what was I gonna say? Sorry, I'm trying to take notes. Um that if you find it on public land and it's left there for more than 24 hours, it's technically yours. People say tree stands and blinds all the time. So I guess we just found a collar on a wolf. Found it on public land. Just kidding. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. I'm sure there's going to be a firestorm in the next 2 episodes. Someone that shot these wolves over Wyoming. I don't even know actually if it's Wyoming. I'm sure it is wolf season 5 out there. We'll see. It'll be interesting. It will definitely be interesting. But speaking of wolves, Montana officials have extended the deadline to March 9th. Jesus. Approved to reopen the comment period for the grizzly and wolf management plans. Obviously, it's going to be controversial. The grizzly bear platform or area is specific to 30 counties where grizzly bears have been confirmed in recent years or where wildlife managers believe they will appear. They are under the federal agency of the Endangered Species Act. We will see what happens. It'd be interesting. I think between Wyoming and Montana, I think we'll eventually have a grizzly bear season. Very limited. Nevada just opened up a moose season because they have so many moose, 400% moose increase. They probably went from 0 moose to 4 moose. I don't know on that, but it'll be interesting to see if one comes. It would be nice because you won't have to go to Canada or Alaska if you ever wanted to hunt grizzly bears. I mean, but the odds are of ever getting drawn for a grizzly bear anyways will probably be pretty hard. And all this is so they are under that protection. It is just if grizzly bears did become unprotected, how the state would manage them. Well, we all know this. They're not going to give up their protection status on it. For the wolf side of things, they plan to call us to establish 450 wolves to ensure 15 breeding pairs in the state. It's just a key counting measures focus on this new number with the understanding that population estimates will be chosen that way. So if you want to comment on it, you have until March 9th. You can comment by heading to whatever the heck it's called, the Montana Fish, Wildlife, and Parks website, and it will be in there. So, yeah, if you want to see grizzly bear season, I suggest you comment. Man, we'll see. Do you go grizzly bear hunting?
Maybe. Yeah.
I think it'd be interesting. I see you on TV. It looks pretty challenging, honestly.
How do they do it?
Like normal bear spot and stuff. Yeah, chasing people that chase them with bows and get like within 30 yards of them.
I've seen them on TV that they'll have like strings and it looks like a bow fishing setup, but it's just like a nylon string. So when they shoot it, they just follow that string to the bear.
Pretty
So
cool.
at some point in time, you're connected to that bear.
Yeah. You ain't gonna be reeling that thing. That's for damn sure. Yeah, it'll be. Yeah, I think it'd be fun. Be interesting to taste you guys in there. Probably a little bit tougher than black bear, I guess. You can look at man. Oh man. And D&D Outdoors is brought to you by Zone Protects. Zone Protects. And out here in Texas, if you are listening from Texas, Zone Protects can protect your yard from armadillos. It's just not for insect repellent. It's just not for scent repellent. To keep your scent down for deer. Hey, get rid of them damn armadillos. I don't know. I've never seen an armadillo here, but I just saw that. I thought that was very interesting. That they do armadillo repellent. It's called Dillo Dun repellent. You can use those Dillo Dun.
It's pretty wild because you see, the deer attractant, the tick spray and all like that. But then you get to looking at everything else they have, the no chew stuff for the dogs and stuff like that. Pretty wild.
Yeah, they have a lot of cool crap. So as
Yeah.
of now, every week for our Zone Protect's little commercial that we do, or whatever this is called, infomercial, or I guess our contracted obligations to them, we will just talk about a new product that they have. Since we don't have any state records coming in. Yeah, they have a lot of cool stuff. Oh, man.
Got a state record
Well,
going out though.
yeah. We have a what?
The state record is going out though, isn't it?
The state record is going out. Yeah. I have a question before we get into this. What the heck? Practicing for next week. Little teaser right there. Is wrong with these fishermen? How much do y'all just keep like metal in your pockets while you're fishing?
I'm assuming they're putting sinkers in them. Like you split shots and all that. Just the bigger ones.
Yes, yeah. Let's see here. Well, we'll dive into it. We talked a while back about the catch of a lifetime. This nearly 60-year-old state crappie record in Kansas was broken. Crappie weighed in at 18 inches long and 14 inches in girth. So it did deserve a spot on the record list. It weighed in at, well, where is the weigh-in at now? It weighed in at, why didn't it say what damn weight it was? It weighed in at a lot. It weighed in at 4.07 pounds, which beat the previous state record, which was 4.02 pounds. Well, has now came out that harshest catch of the white crappie was stuffed to waste. Now, here's a couple things on this. I gotta say, man, I'm not gonna lie. Here's a couple things. They stuffed with steel weights. So, the initial weight that a eyewitness says it was originally weighted at 3.73 pounds. So they added 3.37 pounds to it. So they added almost a pound to this damn thing. X-ray on this fish. There's weights in it. An X-ray, like what? I didn't know they did X-rays on state fish. I think it was because of the tip that was given off on it. There's just two little steel weights in it. They used the metal. Yeah, it does. So what they did a metal detector on it when the guy voluntarily handed it over, and it beeped. So they took it, and it contained two steel ball bearings.
Well,
they set it over the record. Due to this development, state wildlife officials obviously rejected the record. The record is now back to 1964. The investigation was sent to the DA's office, but see if any lawsuit was arrived. But now an investigation. There was an investigation into it, but they figured out that there's really nothing they can do. It was a level 8 non-person felony, so I don't know what that means. How do they know the fish didn't eat ball bearings?
Yeah, it's true too.
But I mean, this guy handed it over, so the fish had to do something. I mean, I'm guessing he stuffed it, but I mean, who just walks around keeping ball bearings in their pocket? The second one, walleye fishermen to this. I mean, these fishermen, man, y'all must be keeping weights on you or something. Be able just to stuff these fish down like that,
I mean, I got a thing of lead weights in my tackle box, but I ain't never thought about let's shove it on in here. Get the weight on.
Well, that's a lot of weight. I mean, you're thinking almost 0.37 pounds, almost 0.4 of a pound. Yeah, I'm not good at math. That's a lot of weight he shoved into there. Yeah. Well, I mean, it wasn't even close to the record at first. Interesting.
Got nothing on that one.
No. Oh, you don't got any ball bearings in your pocket, just in case. No. Ooh. Oh man. Oh Lord. Well, Mississippi is how you spell Mississippi? Mississippi. First day I learned how to spell. Slow that down. I spelled that a little quick, so I might miss a letter. Mississippi is going to create a earmarked turkey stamp. It is up for legislation right now. So what an earmarked stamp is, it has to go to conservation. So it's set specifically for that. So it's going to be $10 for residents, $100 for non-residents. So essentially, you go turkey hunting. All the money is going to go back into turkey conservation, habitat reintroduction, all that good stuff. 16 other states have a turkey stamp. So it's kind of following suit. Turkey numbers are on the decline in a lot of states. So I think it's $100 to go in. That's pretty damn cheap for a non-resident. I'm not gonna lie.
Yes.
Yeah, and $10 for resident. I mean, so it's something, it's still, it hasn't passed yet, but somebody keep an eye on it. I'm sure it will pass. It's good for conservation. It's good for the turkeys. So I mean, unless you were getting your Mississippi turkey for Thanksgiving, it might be $100 turkey now, on top of everything else. If you're non-resident, $10 turkey isn't bad. That's a good deal.
I think you switched that around a little bit, didn't you?
No, $10 turkey for residents, $100 for non-residents.
I thought you said 10 for non-residents.
No. I mean, I think the residents are right. If non-residents got a cheaper tag than residents did.
But $10 for a tag ain't I think
Ain't
that's
bad.
a heard in years.
Yeah. I don't even know any state that has anything cheaper than that. I mean, $10. Let's see. I mean, that's gotta be the cheapest stamp out there. So I think it just goes on top for their general hunting tag. Because hey, a federal duck stamp is $25, so it's cheaper to go if you're a resident to go turkey hunting than duck hunting. I don't know. Might be fun to go turkey hunting in Mississippi. But you said I was sitting in alligator blind?
Yeah, that's what you gotta do.
Did it have alligators? Oh my goodness.
Hit an alligator tag with them?
2 different seasons, I guess. Or maybe now they're both. I think they hunt them usually in the spring, actually. Well, turkeys they do. I think they hunt alligators in the spring as well. What is Mississippi's alligator? Watch them not even have an alligator season. Oh, it opens 26th. It opens and closes Monday, September 5th. Okay, well, I guess you can't go alligator hunting and turkey hunting. I apologize for that false information. They got me, damn Mississippians.
What if they attack?
Tricky rules. Well, then you can. Do alligators really attack? You don't really hear of alligator attack. I mean, I guess you hear more and more now because all the people are trying to get their TikToks of petting alligators and stuff.
What was that South Park episode where all you gotta do is just scream that's coming right for us and start shooting?
Yeah, that's very true. We can do that. Oh, man. Alligators. They have. Alligators received 7,050 pending applications and a total of 980 permits were harvested in the state's 7 hunting zones. 776 alligators were harvested during the 2021 season. 10 days, it's not bad. About 90 alligators a day.
That's a lot.
Nope. I lied. 776, about 70 alligators a day. Throughout the state in 8 zones, it's about 1 a zone. Interesting. Oh man, get me some good cowboy boots. Gator skins. Get me a gator cowboy hat. Be like a crocodile hunter.
Crocodile Dundee.
Crocodile Dundee, Crocodile hunter probably wouldn't like me killing alligators. I
No.
would guess. He might have a little issue with that. Oh. Well, thank you guys very much for listening to us on this week's episode of D&D Outdoors. Next week, we got a very special guest to come join us, so stay tuned for that. It'll be our weekly guest. So be sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook at D&D Outdoors. You might see some of our lovely ads out there. Be sure to like and subscribe to our podcast on Spotify, Apple, Google, wherever you listen to podcasts, we're everywhere. I was looking at the distribution list and it was like, oh, I didn't even know there's so many podcast places. Yeah, there's a lot of them. Let me tell you that. Get yourself a bag of Old Glory beef jerky the next time you listen to us and sit back and enjoy the show. Thank y'all very much for listening. If you're heading to work, it will be over soon.